Hello? How are things going, chat? Hmm. Oh, fuck. I don't want to actually do that. There we go. Hello? Hello? How's it going? Hmm. Guess who's back? Back again. Tell a friend. My camera arrived, but I haven't really had any time to fucking do anything with it. It's on the charger right now. Hello? Chat, give me a second. Win, grab my camera. Hello, chat. Oh, fuck. Alright. Figure out how to turn this bitch on now. Huh. Woo. So how's it going, chat? So, Chad, how's it going? Words. Doing fine. Good. I'm figuring out how this camera works right now on stream. I should boot up the game. Hang on. I mean, presumably. That was a bad photo. I gotta figure out all the settings and nonsense with this thing. Oh, that's the HUD. Okay. So is great. Oh, right, it's muted. What was the fucking... There is some liver here. F11.
おかえりなさいませ。今日はどうされますか？
Light balance. It's very orange. Granted, the light is. Tracking. Okay, okay. 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 Love this fucking one. It's very nice. You mean, I think this is called After School Twilight? What this is. Fuck it. Go! Yeah, will I get anything good, chat? Auras. Gunzoom. Name. Monogra. Politis. Yeah. Good. Vanamonin. Oh, did you know Vanamonin actually has his name on his shirt? Housamo. Oh, cool. Neat. Oh, I still got more. Forget your name.
旧支配者よりごきげんようございましてよ。東京の皆様方。お空の遥か彼方からお転校してまいりましたわ。私のことはどうかお庶民的に、マイノとそう呼んでくださいまし。サモナー様。
Oh. It's weird it doesn't automatically move on.
俺、行く年、プロの格闘家だよ。ガキだと思って怪我するのは勝手。
There we go.
はいさい、
Dude,
呼んでくれて
the man.
売り力さんさ。大島市保育園の園長先生、シーサーよ。うちへの入園、大歓迎さ、さもなんちゅう。
Whoops. Keep accidentally taking photos. And the wrong key. Button. Can you hear the camera?
私はブギーマン。いけない子供は高校かな。さあ、特別授業へご案内。おや、逃げた。どこに隠れたかな。
Probably.
宇宙軍の軍人崩れ。
There we go. Got a 5-star. I should actually fucking look at the manual. Figure out how this shit goes. Okay, so that's how I do this. Damn. Okay, where's the power button? Here we go. I should get to doing that event. Hey, it is what it is. Who gives a shit? Really regretting how far down this fucking thing is. Look at how far I have to scroll. It's dumb as hell. Alright, yeah. Come Future Night Festival did get translated. I forgot about that. Damn. Actually, this one got it translated. On this event. Let me see if that event got translated. Nope, it's not translated. There it is. Skip. Back then when I realized that sometimes saying the slightest little thing can change your life. Whatever the heck that means. Why is it so stiff? Mono Iwado. Transient Domino Uzume had in her life a girl who was dearer to her than the sun in the sky. She was also the sun in the sky, but hey, that's not important. The girl, ashamed of her older brother's conduct, locked herself away behind a great door of rock. There was no sun on that day. Darkness covered the world. The girl was their sun. Without her, there could only be shadow. Was her son. She had borne their one-sided ideals upon her back, doing her best to keep their dreams alive. She didn't even have to make an effort. Her presence alone was perfection. Jeez, the glaze never stops, does it? And Housamo Uzume appeared through the slightest opening of the rock door and whispered a lie. Your ass isn't fat. That's what she said. A lie more right God than the sun had been born. She lied. The girl more important than anyone, more important than the sun. If only that were the case, she thought. Only on a girl could have been freed of her burden. It was a lie, of course, but if her lie was believed, that would solve the issue. Well, she'd be fine with that. The girl was a seed and showed herself outside the door, seeing the world. Even now, I mean, always say, tell yourself. If only the girl hadn't believed her. So guilty. And I should make Din Din. Hi, Hungy. No one could be more honored, more laudable than she. No such person had been born, and no such person would be born. God, so stressful. Stressing out the poor lady. Nothing. Housamo Uzume had no right to accompany her, no place by her side. Thus she liked to keep back, watching the sun from afar. Whoa, re-release. I still don't like how green it is. Go my way. Food's ready, everyone. Oh my gosh. Man. Now, the group's early morning run, Tomte's waiting in the dining room for the others to arrive. Ah, heesh, can't keep up. Don't leave me behind, everyone! The others step through the door, Vapla dragging himself in after them. Thanks, Tomty. This morning, all I did was help with dishing up and calling everyone to breakfast. Promised on a sheet I'd keep my caretaking to my casual level. Staff took care of all the cooking. I haven't interacted with Tomte either. This event was apparently translated a while ago. Tomte. Pretty huge for a casual level. Told the staff what we all like and proper portion sizes, right? Like that's what's important. All need to mind their nutrition and keep their stamina up for. Shows, so having to take care of that's a real big help. I don't really get how any of that works, so it's nice to have someone do that thinking for me. What a good boy. Trying to enjoy a pleasant conversation over breakfast, evidence of trust they've been building. Right down there. Oh, Tomte, sure or something. I think I want you on my caretaking team. Sorry, no can do. I've got my Santa job, my farm job, my auto gig already. I don't mind taking care of you on a casual level during training camp, though. Apollo, I don't think I've ever seen anyone sloppy in your private life. Seriously need someone taking care of you. Okay. But when did he get here? And hey, at least let him eat his breakfast on his own, Tomty. You hit him with rocks. Attack him with rocks. Casual level, remember? Oof, I know it's wrong, but the need for caretaking emanating from me was just so overwhelming. That was close. Oh, wow. Fearsome. Paul's real caretakers watched Tomte lovingly feed their charge from outside through the windows, seething all the while. Who does the trainee think he is? We're the ones who took care of him first. But look at Apollo's face, look at the satisfaction. You can't get that kind of joy from him with half-assed caretaking techniques. While peeping his research, caretaking research will steal every last technique that trainee has, so let me note all of this down. Gay shit. With no idea of the passion eyes on him, Tomte tosses out the topic of the day's training schedule to his comrades. We're going to start our special dance lessons today, right? What was the name of our trainer again? Housamo? Yeah, that's her. I remember. She was very friendly and cheerful. I still think her pose and her, what do we call that? A tracksuit? Oh. Did you get her shirt from Vinamonin? Because that looks like something Vinamonin would have on hand. A shirt that's like a graffiti tee that says Hard Rock. She did seem pretty upbeat. I think she seemed fully friendly with our producer, too. We do know each other. bugging. She just keeps bugging me. Did mention someone who seemed to be very familiar with you that you weren't too close to before, after all. I mean, I'm trying not. Well, granted, I'm not moving my elbows too much, so I'm just doing this. I literally have my, what do I call it? What's the word? Arms on my desk. It's holding the mouse and shit. Not like moving up and down, trying to draw and stuff. I also sit down lower when I, use my tablet, so I don't know. I just pray that this thing gonna be a Spartan regimen. The singing lessons are so brutal, I've been pretty worried about what comes next. It's so fun to make 3D models and stuff. Dance, but it just feels like it'd be hard to learn how to dance myself. Why don't you read a book about dancing? Isn't that how your power works? As long as it's in a book, you can replicate it perfectly. I don't know. Yeah, don't I know it? 3D model dancing is fun stuff. I think I'd really get into making video models dancing to my songs. You know, how about we collab when we finish this idol unit stuff? Oh yeah, come yeah. I wonder if his power extends also to like little 3D models. Oh yeah, come here. I'm looking forward to Vapla. Trainees have grown closer as they train together. They're not going to respond more than they would. They used to when the group gets together. Whoa. Hang on. Chat, now it's more awkward than when you like start a phone call, but you're like the Bluetooth headphones are still connected, but you're definitely not wearing them. So you just have to have this weird disconnected conversation. So, chat, what's good? The group chimes amongst themselves at breakfast, but Tomte and Echo notice something is off. Is it just me, or do you feel something shaking? Look out. It might be a sign for an earthquake. Is this really an earthquake, though? I think I hear music coming from afar in sync with the shaking. Did I fucking... Oh, there's the music. Group quiets down and listens hard. Like Echo said, he can hear the faint sound of music coming gradually closer. Oh, I like the sound of this. Tend not to notice. Me, I don't know what you're talking about. Earthquake music? I don't hear a thing. It's like a look outside. Our dance trainer might already be here. Hey, does anyone know my grass type of my room? I mean, sure. Hey, let's take a look outside. Our dance trainer might already be here. Whoa. Damn it. Why is that sound effect so much louder than the music? Don't take no dragon. Come on, let me run away from reality a little more. Fun. I'll be lying down back here. No, you won't. Or Apollo can pull away, Tomte throws a muscular arm around his neck and puts him in a headlock. You let me take care of you, right? That means doing what's best for you, training included. This reminds me when I caught that running bull and... What? Bull? Let me go. I can't. Let me get my kit. I can't get my head out. Let me go. I'm not gonna do this lesson. But I know you. Complaints aside, if people want it from you, you'll do it. Things were singing for us last time. Tomte adjusts his grip from locking in both Apollo in his armpits and outside of spring his step. Spring? I figured he would have done it with the winter. You exit the building to find a huge truck parked at the side of the lesson studio. Then notice a gut-shaking bass track mixed with upbeat background music coming from it. Concert truck. The side of the truck. Oh fuck! I can't believe we forgot to do that. I hope I still have the head. The side of the truck opens, releasing billowing white clouds of smoke beyond it. You finally make out a concert stage. And then... oh no. There's one big ass purse. Look at it. Beat the third gym. That's nice. Hey, trainees, guess who's here? That's right, it's me! Gonna start dancing today, and we're not gonna stop. Hey, it's my big sister's friend. Oh, hey, it's the brat. Taking care of your sister? I hope so. I haven't even fucking met that lady. I'm an Uzme doesn't stop dancing on top of her stage as she shouts like running into the mic. Trainees can only look upon speechless with the flashy entrance of their trainer. Jeez, my little man looks at subtlety. What if Paul turns into a bag of rice? I'm locked down. Oh, good job seeing me there, real caretakers. Whoop! We got the good old bait and switch. Looking for the new voice, the trainee spot Tokyo's top idol standing atop the stage truck with the sun at his back. Goddess Apollo. Goodness, Apollo up in the heavens. Didn't Tomte have him in his lock just now? Tomte, caretaking just ain't a good match with me. Let's count that last bit as the last of it. See ya. What the? That can't be. You look so satisfied. Well, definitely jumps down from the top of the truck to stand beside on an Uzme. That's enough, you two. No ignoring me. I'm the trainer here. Now look around and look well. Trainees, I'm going to demonstrate the dance moves of the song we learned with Apollo here, so watch him learn. Excuse me? My Mona was the same. Why do I have to do what you jokers say? Are you really going to say that after Twinkle Tongue right next to me? Oh, whatever. Going to want to dance in no time. Trust me. Whoa. That's a secret artifact. Fuck-ass purse. With that, it's secret artifact time. Invigorate and gamble. Woohoo! I'm an Uzme casually hops on the folding dance stage placed on the floor beside her and activates her artifact. Strobe lights appear every bright as the truck. Strobe lights every bit as bright as the trucks rise up from it, making the stage flashy, decorating glitter. Jeebus. It's so strange. I feel like I'm having so much fun just from watching the trainer get on stage. Me too. All the worries I had about the lesson have completely vanished. I don't know why, but I feel like I want to sing. Thought I clicked forward. Look at them shifting. I've been playing a lot of Pokemon Z. Honestly, well, not necessarily gyms, but I think I got like the 4th badge or something. Some shit like that. Damn, that was nice. She's got tricks to make me want to dance. She got you, bro. What are you fucking wearing, my guy? That's sun motifs. Fair, I guess. Fine, fine. I'm in idle mode anyway. I'll treat you all to a glimpse of some top class dancing. Whoa, both of you up there. Your performance is incredible. Dance the nights away. Whose major rule is partied up. Is this also the song from that one Valentine's event with Behemoth? Nomad was doing like fucking jazzercise. Chat, what should I get for dinner? Answer my question. Answer it fast. Those under the effects of our sacred artifact lose their calm as their mood skyrockets. When Housamo herself becomes immersed in her own dancing, Amelia forgets about providing examples of the dance move they'd be learning. The whole group ends up dancing as they please until the sun up. Good job. Sorry everyone, really. I was like, the lesson entirely went well past midnight. The sacred artifact makes you infinitely excited, but it doesn't give you infinite stamina. If this were an app battle, you'd be dancing till you dropped. Literally, the battle zone would fade. But since this spot's a world collision, no one would have been coming to save us. Ugh, good thing I noticed before that. When Housamo speaks with relief in her voice as you watch the caretakers carry off collapsed Apollo is nearly full. Jesus! I just needed our trainer to just say something terrifying. Yeah, she's like, whoops, he just nearly killed us all. My bad. Glad you noticed. Well, wasn't anything new, Housamo. Don't tell like 60. Hey! That's off the table, okay? That's below the belt. Come on, how many times have I kept your nonsense under wraps from her, huh? Seriously, I'm sorry. Really sorry. I'm not going to use my sacred artifact during lessons. Really. Anyway, come on in, everyone. We're using the stage shock for my special dance lessons. Geez, chat, you know, make no suggestions. I'm not still muted, am I? While trainees join Housamo, assistants carry out equipment to expand the stage and begin building. Wow, it looks so different from up here. Producing the others down here look so far away. Holy cow, I've never seen someone set up a stage before either. This is awesome. There was like no fade on that. That was weird. Hey. Oh, yeah. Oh, what was I thinking? Chat, have you heard of like all the fucking everything, the chaos going around the Pokemon TCG and all that nonsense? Recently in Britain, there was like fucking people like stormed into a building to like get Pokemon cards. And like hang on, I'm literally looking at an article about it just again. On March 27th in Tokyo, there was a fatal stabbing accident. That was not incident. It was definitely intentional, where an employee died. It's crazy. Pokemon ain't this good, bro. Surprise, how well. I need to stand up for a second. My fucking leg is killing me. Chad, I'm stupid. How did I not know it's Good Friday today? Ugh. Holy shit about what? Not necessarily fully English, but portions of it have been translated. It's not translated, it's not simultaneous translations. You have to wait for like a delayed translation, usually during event reruns. It is what it is. But hey, who gonna complain? The view's this good up here, that means the audience has a good view of us. Yeah? Yeah, the stage isn't getting any less nerve-wracking. I get it. I get it. The stage is all a part of our training plan to get us used to the stage before our debut. Yep, you got it. Real good head on your shoulders, Tomsy. How do you know his name already? The city on the stage, feel totally different, don't they? Well, time to officially start lessons, courtesy of Ame no Uzume. Let's go. You're just fucking dancing. So the stage is still hot. Let me teach you all something. Dancing isn't just moving your body to the beat of a song, it's a way of using your whole body from fingers to your toes to express what's going on inside. Hit her. No, Ame no Uzume's light-hearted, cheerful demeanor immediately turns quiet and solemn. Ame no Uzume... What the fuck happened? In Dancing with the Power, moves were more linear and powerful, gave the viewer an impression of energy. Now, even though the moves are completely the same, they have a great sense of lightness to them, and the impression of a graceful dance. Pretty surprised, huh? See, even if the moves are the same, if the motions are different, you can bring a totally new vibe. I don't know what's going on. I just cannot, my right, specifically my right leg and the hip area where it just feels sore. Wasn't like this a little bit ago. So let's pace to your dance moves. Dance moves to how you interpret your song in order to bring out the appeal and strike the audience's hearts. Hit him with some Soul Spice. Soul Spice made a man of my son. This is not main story of Housamo. This is an event. I forget what the specific name. Did I put it in the title of the live stream, or is it just Housamo? It's probably just Housamo because I don't feel like it. Even if you're a little on the slow side, you can catch up. Trust me. Take it at your own pace. Yes. How do you have a little knife? What the fuck is up with that? Girl, put that away. Great answer. Well, that's it for today. Tomorrow I'm gonna check what you've got for your fundamentals. The next day after wow, I'm just gonna skip right to it. Okay. Next day after finishing morning practice, trainees gather around the stage truck, which is now fully set up. Oh wow. Housamo then proceeds to individually instruct each trainee with care and focus. That makes yesterday's chaos seem like a distant fantasy. I cannot speak correctly. Yeah. How much do you know about Chinese food? Okay. Right hand in front. Oh no, I've got it backwards. So here, I turn and change position to, where again? God, you're hilarious. You know that, Apple? No need to stress yourself how... You give everyone a nickname. Let's just learn all the steps bit by bit. Come on, let's try. Just the beginning. You're really nice on those, man. You weren't that nice to me. Pull it, Brad. That's enough out of you. I'm always nice to the slow guys and gals. Okay, Vapsy. Let's try again together. Oh, what the fuck? Really? Shit, okay? Y'all have been oddly quiet. We're fine. Well, that's good to know. But fine. Anything going on at all? Well, not going on at all. Any thoughts? Give me something. Work with me here. I've just been fucking... And we have a lot of time. Honestly, stream is blown by. Does that make sense? Yeah, they're... Hold on, chat. Fucking second. chat. I've been muted. I've been muted. Now, what would happen if you would tell me things? That's kind of different from what I expected. Apple looks clearly dissatisfied. He had been expecting some secret technique or practice method. Uzume is serious, however, and she explains what she means to the trainees. They're not trying to be professional dancers, right? So if you ask me, perfect choreography is basically second fiddle. Like, rather than pulling off the dance perfectly, think of making a nice little mistake that without bluffing about it, playing it off as something you meant to do. Or taking off a blatant blender with a cute little smile and keeping good vibes going. Like, isn't that better for an idol? Oh, and having your teammates cover for you when you're going to mess up, that kind of stuff really gets the audience going. And you've got like a really short period of practice for your limited idol unit shebang, right? So like, lean more towards giving your fans the fantasy, the dream, showing the guts and lovability, you know? You're right about that. You're right about... Chat, what voice to do for Amdusius? Really? Oh, gosh, no input. No, it's like I'm fucking reading by myself here. Jeez. You know, sound is bomb, nothing. Right out that. It's not like my fave just because it's not like I like my Jesus, that is a hard ass sentence. What the fuck? Like my fave just because they're singing and dancing skills. Voice training was really tough, so hearing our dance trainer say that is really reassuring. Cool. Bit lower pitched, I guess? I don't know. Yeah, that makes sense. Really? Huh. Yeah, but I'm not as confident. Yeah, but... Oh, man. Yeah, but I'm not as confident dancing as I am in singing, so I feel a lot better now. Really reassuring. Uzume is being serious? Well, yeah, sometimes even I get serious now. And I mean, you're being pretty serious about all this too, right, producer? Anyway, relax. Take the load off those shoulders, trainees. Talk things over with Fuuri when you got a problem. It'll all work out. Trainees' voices grow lighter as the stresses and worries fade. Papa, however, is the only one who doesn't look convinced. Yeah. What it is, what it is. I'm the type who wants to do whatever he's doing perfectly, but I guess we're not really in any position to say much. Read some books about dancing, bruh. Take advantage of your, what is the name? Sacred Artifact. Does anyone in chat actually remember what Valvo's Sacred Artifact is actually called? I can't remember it off the top of my head. Fuck. But should I really accept this compromise? I can't really feel comfy with this interpretation. Dang. We just went through the event where it told us the name of his sacred artifact, and none of us can remember it. The trainees have continued their song practice and the vocal lessons The trainees have continued their song practice to keep their vocal lessons fresh in their mind. With cardio, strength training, singing, and now dance lessons will make their daily training camp regimen gets harder and harder. That's what she said. Chat, do you prefer beef or pork? This is related to my dinner thing. Uzume's pedagogy is not nearly as strict as Vainamonen's. That'd be if I got. Oh, that's fair. I don't see a lot of it. Uzume's pedagogy is not nearly as strict as Vainamonen's. Oh, or approach. I think whenever I click off, it like I have to do a click on before I can move on. That's why sometimes my clicks don't register. But I'm just like fucking. What is the term? What is the term? Like armchair theorizing, bro sciencing this shit. Our approach is to match individual skill and progress, meaning that as time passes, the difference in each member's skill will become clear. Yeah, I'd beef. I would beef. Over the next several days, Apollo does nothing. Rather than refusing lessons outright, he simply watches the trainees taking them on. When Ducey learns the fastest, speaking out of Fanny has an instinctive understanding of auto dance moves. Something Echo come up behind him, and Vapla trails and last. Oops, sorry Echo, are you okay? I'm fine. It's pretty rough part, huh? Knowing whether you go left or right. Don't worry, Vapla. Just like our trainer said, I'd help you out if something goes wrong. Thanks. I'll try to pick up the slack too. Surprised though. Heracles isn't in this event. You'd think because Echo makes a cameo, Echo is here, he'd at least make a cameo. Difference in talent among the group are already clear enough for the trainees themselves to notice. There's one who's obviously holding everyone back, and Vapla knows it is him. They're putting all they have into mastering the moves, but he drove Echo to stop and help him, to reassure him. Guilt and desire to improve quickly and catch up with the others led to anxiety. That dulls his movements. Oh no. I'm working so hard. Oh, wow. Have we ever seen this sprite before? I just can't get these moves down. Vapsy, let's calm down, okay? Like, you're not going to learn any better if you work yourself up into a tizzy. I know, but I don't have time to rest on my laurels, you know? Everyone's learned their moves. I'm the only one that's lagging behind. The choreography of an idol dance cannot be put into words. This is a killing blow to Vapula. Oh no. Yeah, that would conflict with the way his artifact works, yeah, because you can't exactly... Well, I mean, I suppose if you wrote it all down, put it in a book, maybe then it'd count, but I don't know. Alright, chat, question. What the fuck do you think counts as a book for the purpose of a sacred artifact? Could you hand him a pamphlet and would that work? Or does it need to have, like, a binding and a cover? Probably hasn't. I suppose. Do you think diagrams would also like work for like the book for like a sacred artifact? Or would it or would you have to explain those in like text too? 60th demon in the hierarchy of Solomon, the demon who teaches subjects of written language. It's time to take deep breaths. Hey, I'll take a breath. Take a break. No matter what you say, I don't have that kind of time. The others can handle this. I can't. Time to adjust and adapt our methods, I suppose. And I'm sorry, Trainer, but I don't want to stick my tongue out and giggle over my mistakes. I know there's no point in continuing to practice like this, and none of the tricks or advice I'm hearing are helping much, but I don't want to weigh everyone down. Even if you don't think I'm dead weight, I am, and I hate that. Jeez. He's surprisingly self-aware. We're gonna have a group where I'm the only crappy dancer, then... But then she claps her hands to draw from the tension. Intentionally cutting Vapula off, she speaks over him. Say, producer, what do you think about what Vapula's saying? I'm still for conclusion. It's not my answer to give. I see, so I want to stand back and watch over the path Vapula chooses. In that case, Vapula, let me hear out what you have to say another day. You can do your lessons and take your time off. I take time off until then. Ugh. Chat, should I get fried biscuits or barbecue pork? Sorry, everyone. I'm going back to my room for the day. I love how he has a little golem on his shoulder. You know, we never see him actually make... We, like, never see him actually make golems in that style. Every time he's here, it's always... well, I said on his own event, I always saw him make sand golems. The dog is so fucking upset, it's getting on my nerves. So watching Vapula drag himself out of the studio, the remaining members exchange worried looks. Spoopy. What do we do? I don't want Vapula to quit our group. I'm with you there, but I don't think us just trying to help him will get us much of anywhere. Oh. You listen to the producer. Alright, let's do it. Let's get back to practice then. Did I talk about the fucking dumbass emblem on his sweaty? Oh no, there's called track outfit? Then I suppose it was also a sweatshirt. All I can do now is believe that Vapula will be back. But believe in you. You're a producer. Oh, yeah. Aren't Lucius and Vapula both demons of Solomon's hierarchy? The so-called lesser key? Yeah. He's supposed to be a unicorn, not a dog, honestly. Oh shit, we're doing hands? I can't see his art? Fuck off. Vapla, transient of Gehenna, demon of education, of explanation, demonic duke. The rule he possesses grants him the ability to comprehend anything expressed in language without error and execute it as is. Email. No matter how delicate or complex a process, as long as it's in a language or words, he can make it reality. Good for you. Do you think he reads fast, or does he have to, or does it like, or is he still like confined to like taking like 6 hours to read like the book? To him, words leave no room for interpretation. Indifferent views of the text arise from lack of reading comprehension. Media literacy. He would be the kind of guy to go, oh, worry about media literacy issues. Depending on how it works, I'd love his ability. I mean, yeah. It does seem very, like, strong in a lot of regards. Like, as long as it's written down in a book, you can, like, do it. Like, that's how, like, making golems isn't actually a sacred artifact. He read about how to make golems, and now he can just do that. Is it this rigid thinking that makes him a master handler of golems, beings with words of truth engraved into them that then gives them commands? Yet, Vapla knows that engraved words do not stay as they are forever. I love how they gave him, chat, you know those like dumbass little sippy spoons you get like shaved ice? I love how they gave him one. The spoon that's also a Slurpee straw. He knows that words implanted deep in the core can vanish. That words can lose their meanings and take on others through associations that are unique to that individual. That in time, he imagines even they will soon be forgotten. Oh, why are you so sad? All that remains is that little hint of personal spice that wants to be remembered. Vapla returns to his room and sinks under the covers. The isolation makes his heart sink even deeper. His thoughts remain troubled and his spirits are low, but extreme physical exhaustion allows him to fall asleep quickly. Okay. Oop, fuck, let me scroll up. Vapla does not know how much time has passed when he hears a knock at the door, and with some effort he forces himself to wake up. Staggering over to the door, he opens it to see... Got a minute? I brought dinner. Din din! You hold a bag of Vapla's favorite hamburger joint in your hand. Nice. How'd you get that? He's reminded of your visit there earlier today. You scouted him in Akihabara. You went all the way back to Tokyo just to get that for me? No, I'm sorry. I agreed to this whole idol thing when you scouted me. Even though it's my fault I'm not doing well, I went and made so much trouble for your team and our trainer. Well, my desk was creaking slightly. I'm not a fan of that. I shout at everyone with the worst of attitudes. What am I gonna do? I understand it's tough for you. Let's apologize them later, okay? If Vapula comes out and finishes crying, the two of you begin munching on burgers in his room. He takes a few bites and feels comfortable enough to speak his mind. I shouldn't have gotten carried away and agreed to do this just because the goat was encouraging me. I mean, I got blown away by how serious Echo was back at the voice lesson and showed me that this isn't a world I can step into lightly. Pausing to take another bite, he organizes his thoughts before continuing. The process repeats itself when those burgers done. Being far calmer than when you first arrived, yet still assailed by uncertainty, he asks you a question. What do you mean, how would they do it? Ugh. Give me a second, shit. Go stand up and walk for a bit. I'll just make more trouble for everyone if I give up here. What do you think I should do? Eric, what the fuck are you doing here? I could tell you what to do, if it were me in your place. What do you mean, what do you mean, Davey? Is that an I? I think it's an I. You know, like, what do you mean? I'm just so confused. Is idol censored? Well, granted, they do pixelation, but I think that's more of like a legal thing. Rules against what can and can't be shown. I don't know, I'm just thinking, okay. Before you answer Vapula, you were interrupted by someone else. How the fuck did you get in here, actually? Yeah, actually. How did you get here? Okay, I've got your lack of caution and thank for that. Thanks for leaving the door unlocked. Remember what I told you after the last round of painful lessons? Let the people cut loose. Let the people cut out to be idols. Be idols. Vapula, you're thinking this isn't going to work out, right? Then why not? Then why fret over it? It'd be easy to just give up. Let your mind relax. Or, if you don't want to throw in the towel just yet, come to me. Just might fix those 2 left feet of yours. Why do you sound so perverted? Be normal. Oh, you can teach me how to dance? How? Like a little quote the insinuations. I'm mad at him too, Vapula. What are you talking about? Probably just telling it like it is. Huh? Yeah? Words are just words. Him saying it'd be easy to just give up doesn't have any meaning doesn't have any more meaning than what it's got on the surface. To think he's making fun of me, well, that's just what the listener's interpretation. Nothing more, nothing less. Anyway, Paul, tell me about that method of yours. Put it into words. And you can find a menu for the restaurant I'm looking at. In response to Vapla's interest, Idol lightly touches the right index finger to Vapla's forehead. Pervert, I see. We have this pretty nice little ability. I can show people one possible future awaiting them. Oftentimes it's like fortune telling or horoscope stuff, but to some it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy, and they bring that bad boy to life. Your memories of being affected by my rule won't roll back, so the hint will still be fresh in your mind when you leave this world and go back to Tokyo. Give him visions of idoldom? Hypnotize him into dancing well? Well, what'll it be? I wouldn't mind making an exception using my rule on you here and now. Let's give him a choice. The Vapla make his choice. Vappy. Oh, you're right. I do think it'd be easy to just give up on trying to be an idol as I am now. And aren't sure you shared with Artemis. Yeah, it's true. We know Artemis does exist. She just straight up name dropped in Hippolytus's event. I want him to, her to show up in Housamo too, alongside with Hell and what was it? Naka. There's a lot of female transients, well not transients in quotes, who get like named but never show. I wonder if Housamo do that. I wonder if I wonder if Life Wonders has like a list somewhere of characters they've name dropped but not like dropped, you know. God. Mistaken. That does sound good as hell. Oh shit. I'm confused. Oop. Apollo, you're right. I do think it'd be easy to skip up on trying to be an idol as I am now. Digital Yawn Request Conquest? What do you mean Digital Yawn Conquest? Is that a reference to something? Vapla answers quite quietly while facing his worries and anxieties to uncover his true desires. Oh. Vapla answers quietly for his desires. At the same time, it feels like I don't want to go on being the same old me. Like, Mr. Vanamone praised Echo for her singing. I want to get good at dancing. So even if you might be able to show me a future where I survive these lessons and become an idol, I want to test if I can get there on my own first. I'm sure there's a way out there, I just haven't thought of it yet. I don't know why you're offering to help me, but thanks, Apollo. Oh. Apollo is the one getting learned here. Apollo's expression moves not an inch from Vapla's words of gratitude. His expression is filled with an air of disinterest. Yeah, well, that's your read. Well, I know what you'd say before you said it. He just looks like that, to be fair. You think Shino gets busted for weed charges, but it's like, no, I'm not high. My eyes are just naturally red. I mean, yeah, I smoked weed, but that's not why my eyes are red. I'm sorry. Hey, Fapple, I gotta ask, why do you and the others throw yourselves down? Why do you and the others throw themselves down the hard road? Oh, chat. Have you seen the movie Sinners? I learned it from the library and watched it just the other day. Well, I want to ask you something, Apollo. Why do you slack off on everything when there's nothing you can't do? You put all stuff we think is insane without breaking a sweat, so this practice should be a walk in the park for you, right? You haven't watched it? You haven't heard of the movie Sinners? It won an Oscar. My dad's Michael B. Jordan. I love how you always have to say B. Jordan because there's an incredibly famous Michael Jordan already. You got it all wrong, Gopla. I don't do the practice because it's pointless for me. I don't do the practice because it's pointless for me. That's all. All answers with a correction after helping himself to a handful of Goplas remaining valid. Even professionals have to practice. Yeah, it does. Bonked my fucking foot on the chair. See, the natives here and the people used to life in Tokyo, they see working real hard toward what they want to do or who they want to be. But see, we're working from totally different premises, right? I was just born on the right star, so I don't need to do any of that effort nonsense. Anything I want to do in showbiz, I can. See the future. I can see the future too. So I'll see what this or that passion leads to, and right after it hits me all at once. Know it all inside and out, and the passion vanishes like cosmic stardust. Goals, effort, not my bag. Stuff I don't want to know or don't care about, that's other people's roles. Not too much of these sweet snacks, candies. Goals and effort are not your bag? Displaying the same emotions when I'm juicy reacted positively to him as a fan, Paul speaks plainly as respective beyond mere mortals. Well, Loplik would sympathize because he understands words plainly. In that case, Apollo, why don't you quit being an idol? Answering that would be a pain. I'm heading back to take a nap. Alright. Turning his back when you and Vapla, Apollo leaps out of the window. Well, let's hope he opened it first. Caretakers were waiting down there. His caretakers were waiting down there? I think I see where Apollo's coming from. Demons back in Gehenna might think the same. I don't know about all that other. I don't know about all the others of the 72. But demons have always solidified their existence by enacting their roles and gaining acknowledgments from others. But demons have always solidified their existence. Oh. I feel like we've also seen this background before. Like it's been used in other events. That's what I got so into figure making and sculpting here in Tokyo. Creating stuff with my hands is my role. Now the Vapula's explanation of himself is interrupted by another knock at the door. Are you in there, Vapula? It's Amdusius. Oh. Thought Apollo left something in here. Yeah. This event does seem focused on Apollo's character development. Apollo's character development alongside Vapula's. Not necessarily Vapula. Well, you know. I suppose everyone, really. It's about like learning how to do something new. Lucius enters and explains to Vaplo's fellow Gehenna dweller that what happened prior to his arrival. That's what happened, huh? She showed up earlier because I've got a thing or two to tell. Yeah, we can get into that later. If we're talking about roles, I'm in the same boat. I got interested in Tokyo's music when I was first summoned here. I enrolled in Nakano in the Performing Arts Academy, yeah? My role is to generate sounds from somewhere I'm not, to draw attention there. So I figured being on stage as an idol just wasn't in the cards for me. On top of that, just look at me. You know how many times I've only let out the demons for the roles, the obligation to stand out? Wait, are you telling me we've shared the same thoughts? Maybe I was totally mistaken. You're really knowledgeable about idols and good at singing and dancing, so I thought you'd be able to debut easy. I'm gonna make you both debut. Yeah, it's hearing stuff like that from your producer that made me want to do my best. I really need to refill my sippy juice. Not been doing that. You know, I can figure, even if I can't believe myself, if someone else believes in me, I figured I could take the risk. Even if it's hard for you on your own, maybe you can open up the door with someone else. Papa, I want us to get through this training camp together. I want us to get on the stage as idols. Together. I'm going to respect your choice, believe me, but I wanted you to know how I feel. So, producer, I honestly thought I should have left Papa to you, but I had to say something. I'm worried about your friend. It's cute. Doesn't Amdusius have like a role in one of the main quest chapters? I want to say 13? Lucius nods to you, then smiles at Vapolo. Chat. On Twitter, there's been a lot of people talking about like the JJK Hall of Fame tweets. Personally, I think number one has got to be the Shibuya incident tweet. Number two has to be, was Potential Me on Twitter? 3 does have to be, well, no. 3 has to be Strongest Sorcerer available, because that shit was hilarious. It's still funny, too. But did anyone in chat actually watch JJK's 3rd season? Potential Man was Twitter, okay. Oh, I mean, it did get taken from NBA Twitter, so I suppose that's fair. I'll dip out. Think over what I said, okay? If you feel like giving it a try, I'll help you during free practice as much as you want. Okay, Chad, have you heard the recent news about the Mario movie apparently being made? It's the Super Mario Galaxy movie? Without waiting for his friend's answer, Mamdouche just leaves the room. Vapolo looks too deep in thought as he watches him go. Vapolo looks to be deep in thought as he watches him go. Fox is here, I suppose. It is really funny that Fox has more screen time in the Super Mario Galaxy movie than Rosalina. The Galaxy was what was the joke? What was the joke? I have to think of it. Give me a second. Without waiting for his friend's answer, Amdusis leaves the room. Vapolo looks to be deep in thought as he watches him go. Song, dance, performance, audience direction. Idols have many different talents. Those who understand where they shine brightest, how polished talent, are what we in the business call aces. Enthusiast, Fapla, Tomte, everyone's in the same boat. An idol is not given life. Is not given life from those around them. They are born from their own desire. Cool. What do I have that I excel at? Something that I can win fans over. Being cute. Hey, Fuuri, you say that to me because I have something, right? What is that something? Put into words. I'm not asking you to butter me up or anything. I want to know what I've got going for me. Thing even I don't know. Fucking, I don't know. Apple looks you right in the eyes, expression grave. Position he's in, the dream he holds, the advice from his friends. Apple goes back to the fundamentals, considering everything that makes his choice. Your lovability, your passion for what you love, your ability to tough out creating. Which one, chat? Honestly, these are not like Persona where it's quite obvious what's the romantic one. These are all seem like just things you tell someone. Were they always yellow? No, I have no idea. I think that's a modern thing for like the romantic intentions or something. The ability to tough out creating. And then after I went and ran off my dance lessons makes me feel even more guilty. Wait, man. I'm only like that because I can put it into language and nah, let me put the excuses to rest. Why am I trying to save and failing miserably? No, I can't save during events in Housamo, but you can't just redo them as many times as you want, so who the fuck knows? But, I see, I get it. That's how you see me, huh? With the answer in mind, Vapla thinks of a way to overcome the wall towering over him. He believes that if he uses the quality that made him worth scouting, he should be able to find a way through. He has to. So let's pace your dance moves out and turbo your song in order to bring in the appeal and strike the audience's heart. Hit him with some soul spice. Soul spice made a man of my son. If you look, damn it. Even if you're a little on the slow side, you can catch up. Trust me, take it at your own pace. He recalls the concept of emotional spice he learned during a certain summer event recently. Huh? Wait a second, if there's something that source my creativity and the dance moves have in common... Sorry to make all this trouble, producer. I just wanted a little bit more time. Before I decide if I'm going to give up on becoming an idol, there's something I want to test out. Take your time to think it over. What do you want to test out? Yeah, well, that's a big secret. I want to see the look on your faces when it's a big success. Yay. Vaplo's curiosity is ignited after noticing the commonality between his specialties. The desire to challenge and create wells up within him. Yeah, now I really want to get moving as soon as possible. For the creative fire is blazing in my otaku heart. Huh, Enthusiast is actually beneath, Vaplo. Enthusiast note, number 67 on hierarchy. There's something I want you to help me out with. Oh, he's gonna find him. Given Vaplo's now empty room, you go back to your room. 6-7, whoa! Then, the next day. Vaplo, are you alright? You've been kind of woozy looking ever since you went off yesterday. He's a little tired, I guess. Oh, wow. Sorry for worrying you, Echo, but I'm fine. I'm doing an experiment as we speak. What does that mean? Would I be worried? Quick word apology to Echo, then join the lesson as if nothing was wrong. What do you mean by that? I want to know too, right, Tomte? You bet I do. When lesson's done, I'll go right up to Vaplo and... Hold up, let's give it a while first. Vaplo himself was saying he's fine, so let's give him some space. Lesson ends with no noticeable differences. The following day, however, things completely changed. What did he do? Vaplo's become really good. Don't they? Do you do any special caretaking for him? No, not me. I haven't done anything. No amount of caretaking would affect his dancing anyway, so that's all his efforts. Really, the experiment Vaplo was talking about went over well. Good for what the fuck did he do? Suspense. The day after that, Vaplo manages to completely catch up with it. Wow. Hell yeah, dance the whole song without blowing it once. How'd you do that? Also, that's what she said. Paul's offer. Maybe, I don't know. He's doing an experiment. I don't know. Great job, Vapsy. You're busting moves with the best of them. You got good good. You got so good, I for real want to cry my eyes out. You got some real spice in those moves. It's funny, huh? You've been a huge help all the way, trainer. So I'm really glad to hear all that from you. Yeah, you could do it. Yeah, sorry for the wait. Experience makes success. What is your experiment, dude? Hey, gang, I don't want to let this epic climax go to waste. That's what she said. So we do that dance again. This time, it's singing. Yeah! I'll be dancing with you for this time, too. I'll be dancing with you this time, too. Hey, you, Lazy McGee, you're dancing with us. It's time for a dance battle. Impress me and this pro idol gang. Huh? So an announcement of a brawl stuns the trainees. For this part, Apollo remembers falling victim, nominating Uzume's secret artifact on the first day and reluctantly agrees. Fine, whatever. I'll phone in a couple moves, sure. I can lose to a bunch of trainees either way. Vaplo, you're gonna regret not taking my hand the other day. Could have been so much easier for you. Thanks for being all thoughtful, Apollo, but I found my own way of tackling my idol moves. Nothing left for me to do to get fueled by the flames of passion and go down this road I found. Time for a battle.
Are you idol? 全力パフォーマンスいくぜ
Chat, I'm so hyped for This is not a fight, this is a cutscene. They're doing it all on their own. I'm touching nothing. Housamo is a visual novel with this shit attached by obligation.
アイドルライブも楽しいな。
Honestly, I wouldn't be totally against them making a sequel, but I'm putting sequel in quotes, to Housamo that's, I don't know, updated in terms of gameplay and everything, because you can definitely feel Housamo kind of brushing up against itself. You can see why they wouldn't want to do that, because we wouldn't want to do that because then people would lose progress and it'd be a whole thing and blah, 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 blah. Amdusius, no, number 67. Whoa, 67, 67. In our hierarchy, there's something I want you to help me with. Who do you think is number 69th in their hierarchy? This time around, Vapula visits Amdusius' room. You want me to teach you how to dance moves and songs sync up using my real sound? Yes, that always rings out from where it isn't, right? If you know it'll be a beat later, all you need to do is send off the signal a beat later. I'll use my rule to force your words into the beats and synchronize with them. What the fuck are you talking about? What do you mean, the book? I burp. The Key of Solomon, or is Guida. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I can just look that up. $72, so who's 69? Oh. It doesn't. They don't actually give us the ranking. Oh man. That's disappointing. Man, it's kind of weird going through all of these like Argueta demons because I recognize a lot of them from Kings of Hell, which is fair. I do need to finish the game. It was fun. I'll make my body memorize moves set up that setup that shocks me if I mess up. I get the theory you've got going on, but shocks really? Isn't that a bit much? I don't think I have any other option if I want to learn quickly. It's my style of seer training, and I needed to catch up with others fast. All right, number 60. Stop calling shelves and numbers. Never gonna walk the path of the idol, then I'll help you with everything I've got. The Crabia, the fucking wheel, and SMT. From that day forward, Vapula would check the fruits of his training day by day, with no golem to aid him. And by night, he would beat the moves into his body during solo training using his rule Amdusius' abilities. Hit him. Now he sings the lesson song and sync to the sync with his team members while visualizing donning his idol costume with them on stage. Yay! Clap, 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 clap. The rule training has proved to be highly effective. He moves his limbs with far more fluency and he glides with about in sync than other members and positions. Yay! Having the moves baked into him from his own instinctual level means Vapula can now focus on singing with a smile and acting as naturally lovable as he can. Shot collar training, I guess. When the song ends, Uzume declares the victor in the dance battle. We all kicked asses! Hell yeah! Yay! Isn't this a battle? I mean, I guess. Those are perfect. Those are the vibes at the start, but since we all danced perfectly, can't we say we all won? Especially you, Vapsy. You got me on the verge of tears here, like you're never late anymore. What happened? You just did what you told me, trainer. Followed all to the letter. Isn't that right, producer? You did say it. I'm glad we did as you said. What's up? Gonna cry? You got a lot of nerve, kid, making me cry like this. Better take responsibility. the work. Just run out of my mouth and you went and took it as gospel. And when I was about to throw in the towel and give up, no one got mad at me. They let me work it out. There's enough Tante's little section of this event to go through. Fuuri and enthusiasts even visit my room, worry about me. I love his little bashful face. His B. All the sprites are actually given like letters. His B sprite. That's why I didn't want things to end up just like that. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for waiting for me. Oh my god, so cute. And thanks to you too, Apollo. All you had to say got me thinking a lot, and testing a lot too. Excuse me, I didn't tell you a damn thing. Yeah, well, if Mr. Top Idol is saying that, I wouldn't mind forgetting it ever happened. This is where I get off this ride. Remember to keep on polishing your expressive arts. Gotta study up on doing little motions to appeal to the fans between verses and dance moves too. Man. Chat, your homework for tonight is to become an idol group. That's what I'm assigning you. Become an idol group. Do it. I'll advertise you to all my friends, so keep it up to the finish line. See ya. Thanks, ma'am. Yeah. Boring. All this just a meh. Gotta go back to my room and laze around. Hey, wait, Apollo. Oh, you didn't say what you want about me, but not about Vapla and the others. They're doing their best to get to the brutal lesson after brutal lesson. You would know, I think you're the greatest living solo idol around. Well, if there's nothing you care about in this training camp, why don't you just turn down Linan Seed's request from the start? Keep on saying Linan Seed, and not instead of Linan She. Oh, is itchy. Instead, you keep showing up to lessons, lounging around. Besides, who cares about any of that? Not me, and why worry about anything? Why is it formatted like this? Anything I say, just do your practice, yeah? You know, listening to yourself, you're the greatest idol around. Countless people look up to you, even if they aren't diehard fans. And I'm one of those fans too, yet everything you do tears that image down and discourages us. What's with you? Ooh. Ooh. Conflict. Conflict. Oh, gonna duking it out? Oh, no? Gonna be duking it out with him. Chat, this is gonna be a very, very, very specific reference. But do you remember that time in the early 2000s where Cartoon Network had those like little... I forget what they're called. Little like... Hang on. What are they called? I'm trying to find them, but I can't. They were used for like the bumpers between cartoons. They're like little bowling pins with like decals of the characters and stuff. Well, not necessarily bowling pins, but little figurines. Everyone knows. All of it, they just don't say anything. Tunic? Tunks? Are they? Hang on. Not quite. Close but no cigar. Pinheads? Nope. The Tombs were a mascot, but not the one I'm thinking of. No matter how bright a star shines, it will fade in time. No matter how hot love burns, it would chill before long. I'm just killing time, gathering worshippers until I fade myself. Everyone knows this. They're just pretending not to see any of it. I know why they pretend not to know. It makes perfect sense to me. After all, if you go out and say it, it's all over. In his homeland of Olympus, Apollo was widely believed to be a child of Zeus, the one true world representative. In reality, Apollo does not know his past or origins, nor does he care. He imagines he ended up in the family from outside stock. What do you mean they aren't wrong? And so, for as long as he can remember, he has been counted and worshipped as one of the 12 Olympians, the pillars of the world. Metaphorically, not the pillars on the artifacts. There's nothing particularly fancy about the conditions of idoldom. One is popular because one is popular. The ideal image of the youth, perfect in every way, a figure every citizen to emulate, whose radiance reaches the greatest heights, the grand enough to be called the child of the sun. As worshipped as he is, it's only natural that his prophecies were believed to be accurate. Sovereign over time itself, Apollo spoke his prophecies to the people below, showing them the future through his light and shadow, before any other could. If it was believed that the path Apollo shone his light upon was the one people were to pursue. With such a firm belief, the accuracy of his portent means little. I don't know. Well, it's not necessarily that his prophecies are accurate, it's just that everyone believes that they're accurate, which makes them so. Thus had he spoken of futures convenient to Olympus countless times, acting as a pillar to his homeland's history. After all, no matter what the results, the people of Olympus would believe them to be as Apollo had proclaimed. Citizens and fanatics are pouring to his dwelling day after day, heaping worship upon his crown, hearts hungering as they interpreted his proclamations. Wild. Give me a second, I gotta go get food. Anyway, for my sippy juice. What do you think y'all should discuss? I'm gone. But there's no sign of the future for Apollo himself, the source of the light. As when he illuminates others, all he can see around himself is a white, blinding light. Standing center stage on Olympus, acting out as everyone's ideal, Apollo finds himself thinking, if he is everyone's ideal, then where in all Olympus does he find his idol? After leaving his cage, it's so fucking surreal seeing the fake Tokyo, like Housamo bullshit in the Tokyo skyline. Like, it's normal in that fuck ass tower. After leaving, actually discuss Apollo's character, because I feel like y'all could elaborate on more than I could. After leaving his cage, he finds himself in a world immensely large, terribly free, and staggeringly blank. He instantly realizes that even summoned into Tokyo, he has no path available to him other than that of an idol. His daily life has become intolerable. For starters, back home in Olympus, he had attendants at his beck and call. Not unlike there, this is a world of imperfect order. This is a world that demands choices be made, a world that does not allow excuses. I'm just trying to get the music changed. And so his ratings is noticed, understood. After being scouted as an idol, he immediately climbs to the top of the industry. Oh, I don't want to go, but I don't want this music to be the one I'm listening to. In Tokyo, nothing changes. Apollo continues to be an object of worship, an ideal made manifest, an idol. The only change he can point to is realizing the existence of other idols. Yet, no one serves the great idol to himself. He can look up to no one, nor can the fans who choose him. He takes to the battlefield of the contest of believers and fans and wins the hearts of countless happy users with his irresistible contrast of light and shadow. Ever since then, Apollo has reigned over Tokyo as the greatest idol, even with an entourage of caretakers attending to his every need. Being made to understand all the while, far more than when he was at home, that an idol of his own is nowhere to be found. Are you listening to yourself? You're the greatest idol around. Countless people look up to you even if they aren't diehard fans. I'm one of those fans too. You're the coolest guys, but I don't matter here. And I know better than anyone, but I don't matter here. What I want to ask is why? Why do you keep tearing down the dreams and ideals of my friends? What's wrong? Damn it. What's with you? You're a big idol guy, you know as well as I do that's what an idol is. When you toss your ideals onto, then get disappointed in. I'll know without ever asking that Odysseus understands that side of idol is far better than anyone else. You're up on the stage here with a fresh perspective, and that's what's coming out of your mouth? Come on. You're disappointed? Disillusioned? Listen, buddy, if you want to drown yourself in light alone, be my guest. That's not what an idol's all about. Quiet and listen. Odysseus chokes up and Apollo does not budge. Of course he doesn't. Stardust around the sun cannot move it. Listen, I get it, alright? You're all pissy because you're the only one of the trainees it looks like I don't give a damn about. The only trainees it looks like I don't give a damn about. Makes sense though, right? Echo, Vapla, they came up with their own answer to my question, yeah? Dumday's been taking care of me too, real nice, but you? Have you shown anything that could possibly move me? You looked up to me, sucked up to me, tried to put me in an ideal little box, and worst of all, you're complaining about seeing a side of me you never wanted to? You don't even believe in yourself. Please go on stage and speak to me on my level. Oh, snap. You're right, I don't think I measure up to you, even if I make it as an idol. We're never going to be equals. So of course I'm going to look up to you. You have everything I want and can't get. You've had it all from the start. What's wrong with seeing you as an ideal when you have everything? Isn't that what an idol does? Live as someone's ideal? Someone's dream? If you hate being looked up to so much, living as someone's dream, then you should have never chosen to be an idol in the first place. Whoa, Medusa, you can't just come out and say that. That'll bring it all down. But he has a point, Apollo. Why don't you quit being an idol? Anything that would be a pain. Heading back to take a nap. Had a really sore spot back then. I almost believe you can't be anything other than an idol. What we want, what we have, what we don't need. It's all different. Just know Medusa is painfully aware of that. In response to Medusa's outbursts, Apollo looks at training form with clear emotion. Step between them. Whoa. Step between Apollo and Odysseus. I think you have talents as a producer, I don't. When your members are fighting, instead of trying to appease both sides, you're able to direct their emotions toward yourself. That's your talent as a producer. Apollo's image of an idol is all business. He acts as an ideal to perfection in front of his fans, but only in the public eye. Odysseus' image of an idol is down to earth. There's someone on the fans' level who shares their dreams and their ups and downs. Is one or the other correct? Or the correct way to be an idol? Neither? No, that's not for them to decide. Then a battlefield. Oh, we're going to throw hands. We're throwing them good hands. That's right, producer. What we want to hear are your lyrics, the cries of your hearts. Why did you pick your path? What do you see down them? You're both artists. You get to express your feelings to each other through song. Hell yeah. Finally, new song. Anyway, chat, BRB. I knock stuff over. Oh. chat. My leg is killing me. Let's hear what you both have to say. Settle this on stage. Yeah, if Apollo's willing, that is. An impromptu concert battle, huh? Sure, I'll take you on. The rest of the attorneys can play backup performers. Us? On the same stage as Apollo? Is that allowed? Won't we be annihilated? Why does she call him Apollo, actually? Just notice that she's like exclusively calling him that. I believe in enthusiasts and I believe in our skills. Remember all the training we've done. Yeah, I've grown too, but at singing, dancing, and performing as an idol. Yeesh, never gonna see eye to eye, are we? All I wanna do is see the light. Just down to show you the gap. Knows him like that, I guess. Paths we choose. God, I love these cutscenes. You have to fucking sit here.
歌にダンスに創作都合に最高傑作全部あげて大丈夫
Yeah, they aren't doing shit,
笑って夢見て溺れて大好きなあなたへ向か
大丈夫アリーナ席光の導く先を見な滅びも繁栄もアリーナ席はいお疲れっす次の現場どこマネくん連れてって
Ugh. Yeah, clown dome. When I got summoned to Tokyo, I enrolled at this Nakano Performing Arts Academy place to learn how to put what I'm good at to use in the city. As a demon, my special ability allows me to let music play from where I'm not. That's why I linger backstage, providing music performers on stage. The only problem is how I look with my terrifying... Dude, you look fine! And the problem with how I look is I've managed to make too many friends outside my class. That's why I decided to pick up some vocal software to sing my original songs and post them online. And surprisingly well, plenty of people liked AMP's songs. Some people have made videos with them. But after I'd started my online career, I had gained a handful of fans. A classmate invited me to go to see an idol concert. Well, damn it. There hasn't actually been enough Gabriel in this event. It's weird because she's like the idol. It was incredible. As she was songstress herself, Gabriel was close enough to reach out to, and she positively glowed on stage. Meanwhile, Apollo, top idol Olympus, scorched my heart with his flashy effects and performances. I realized that there's a type of music you can only experience live, in person. I want to be an idol like that one day. I felt a dream forming. And I finally got to speak with the individual I idolized. Apollo, however, showed not the slightest interest in me. No, he all but explicitly pushed me away. Chat, I'm striking the most awkward fucking pose right now because, like, my leg to like try and stretch my leg because it's so fucking sore. It's like the most. If you could see me, it'd be the most obnoxious thing in the fucking world right now. The ideal version I chased after for so long started to fade, and my dream lost its place. Oh no. Oh, his ears actually changed position when he more with his expressions. I must stand idly by and watch him treat the brilliant talent he was born with that I desired so much, like nothing but a burden. Best skills can't shine without popularity, and the most vivid powers of expression won't be given that time of day if they don't fit with the age. My classmates and I know all too well how much luck holds sway in the industry. Sure might be your... Still, we hone our skills on the daily ought to make sure we don't miss our chance to seek a path where we too can shine with single-minded desperation. Yet the efforts of the mediocre are doomed to languish in the shadows when faced with the genius's overwhelming light. We put our blood, sweat, and tears into our creations, and he sails over them with ease. His performances balance artistry and mass appeal. What choice do I have but to tell myself he's on a completely different level and to look up at him with hopeless admiration? Okay, world's worst music video just dropped. I need to get off Twitter while doing videos. Well, doing live streams, but hey, it is what it is. Yeah, Apollo, that's right. Put you up in my mind, and then when you didn't live up to the image I made, I got disappointed, and throwing those emotions at you was all I know how to do. And living the life I wanted, the ideal I believed in. Of course I wanted to keep on being perfect. I knew it in the back of my mind, but the ideals you strive for, you can't expect to find them in others. You have to be them you have to be them yourself. That's why I made up my mind during training camp. No matter how rough the path, I would walk it. I would overcome it. Or so I thought. No. Damn, I got fucking clowns on. Facing each other, standing side by side, back to back, doing the same moves, singing the same song. Every verse sung, every step taken, I feel like I'm on the brink of being consumed by the blinding light of my opponent. It's such a brutal argument, but on stage while performing, he smiles like an angel. And how stubbornly I perform, how I try to keep up and face the immense gap between us. And as with painful clarity that I can only express myself in shadow. Damn. Concert battle ends on Apollo's flame superiority as names. Jesus. Damn. He's got to do it utterly clapped. Concert battle ends and Apollo displays superiority as these knees in amazement. The man who rejected his dream, who he claimed was not worthy of calling himself an idol, had simply been hiding his claws. Standing on the same stage, Medusa is made to understand that he stands next to Apollo, the pinnacle of idoldom, the sun itself. In honor of the gods you showed talking back to me, performed like this was a real concert. You think my title of top Olympian idol was just something I called myself for fun? The fans, the media, the showbiz bigwigs, they know the people who know me. They know my skills on the stage. That's why they call me that. Did you really think you could go toe-to-toe with me, singing and dancing by the book? Phil speaks as if from on high, and his words talking not only Amdusius. Do you all, get it? You're going to be doing a joint concert soon. With me. Echo, you know You know what you've been doing lately? Laying on your scene weight. You know what you've been doing lately? Laying on your scene way too much. Nada's gotta know how to dance, how to wink and nudge at the other fans. It looks like you're hanging on to the Vanamonen's words too much, yeah? It takes more than just skill to win over your fans. Mappa, you're just the opposite. You can't build those singing skills if you're using a golem. And Tonte, you're the least idol like here. You think all you need to do is sing and dance? If you want to take care of other people, how about turning that care on yourself? Otherwise, you're going to stand out on stage with the group in a real bad way. Damn. Damn. It takes each trainee to task, immediately picking up on their weaknesses and pointing out what they need to do. Being an idol isn't all dreams and sunshine. You can't slide by on idol ideals alone. If you're on stage looking half-assed on the day of the big show, my Valley of Shadow and Light will slowly right up. No one will see you. Got that? Having relative immensity of a hollow charm shoved in their faces leaves Odysseus and others utterly speechless. Which one, chat? Which one? Whoa. First one. B. Y'all just saying stuff now. I didn't figure it out. I gotta go get food. I'm closing my eyes and randomly picking. Which one was that? Difference is indeed great as you speak up in an effort to encourage your stunned trainees. You really know how to rub salt in the wounds, producer. We're not giving up until we get to that stage. Okay, I picked the first one. Your comment brings light back into your trainee's eyes, and Apollo appears to be intrigued by this as he responds. Cheese poppers are bigger than I thought. Cheese sticks. Comment brings light back into your trainee's eyes, and Apollo appears to be intrigued by this as he responds. So you can bring yourself to talk to me like that even now. You're a fascinating one. If you had to give the Housamo protagonist a name, what would it be? Well, I ain't your boss. Do what you want, but do it without me. See ya. Trainees stay still for a time after Apollo leaves. No one wants to give up, but no one can go up the way of bridging the gap between them and their skill and his. That's it for today. Good job, everyone. Rest up and leave the thinking about tomorrow for tomorrow. The trainees comfort each other with words of encouragement and spend the remaining time in training camp practicing on their own. Chat, has stream flown by for anyone else? I'll stop showing up now that special lessons have ended. What do you mean, like a dragon? For their part, the trainees incorporate many forms of practice, walking toward finishing their personal assignments and beefing up their teamwork. Isn't that the protagonist of Yakuza? Last name's like a dragon. Like, with spaces? Didn't know you could have spaces in your last name, but okay. For their part, the trainees incorporate many forms of practice working on beefing on their own. They can all feel solid improvements in their vocals, dancing, and expressive ability. And none of them can forget seeing the sheer talent of a pro and how Apollo shone that day. Oh, these are jalapeno poppers. Oh. That's cool. I fuck with them hard. They could use more heat, honestly. There's nothing more to do. Maybe something I can do as producer. You reflect on Apollo's actions, particularly those that stood out as odd. He took the lessons as effortlessly as humanly possible, but for some reason he would pose questions to the trainees that sounded an awful lot like advice. At the same time, when they overcame their assignments, he would speak to them in a way that sounded like he wanted them to hate him. Is that what pros have an eye for? Not much, but I get that. He's got talent, no mistaking that. Whatever the reason is, that is how Apollo approached the trainees. And you only really learned anything about him during the conversation you had in Papa's room. I have to know more about him. Just I'll talk to him. What a pain. I'm gonna find Apollo and punch him out. Yeah. Ooh, violence. Search all over the premises for him. The studio, your rooms, the grounds. There's nowhere to be found. Right then, one of Apollo's caretakers walks out of his room. Oh, it's you, the producer. Hi, if you're looking for Apollo, he just went out for a walk. Bullshit. You'd be following him if he did. It's about time I go fetch him. How about come with me if you need to talk to him? Here, take it easy along the Otherworld Mountain Trail. Follow him jogging course for a while before leading to reach a raised spot with a wonderful view. There's a sunflower-colored carpet laid out there on which Apollo is splayed out for maximum relaxation. Oh, Polly, apparently the producer has some business with you, so I brought them along. What? What'd you go and do that for? I don't have any business with them. Not in the mood. Really? I keep seeing you have friendly chat, so I assume bringing them along would have no problem. Sorry. Shoulder to rub. Give it up and hear me out. I think they're called like the spy, or what are they called? They're one of the mobs. I know we can get them from that like friend point pool. Oh, fine. What you want. I need a sec. Paolo let out a titanic sigh before waving the caretakers away with a look of obvious annoyance. No, yeah, influencers are the bears with the selfie stick. Why don't I can just look it up. Mobs catalog. Paolo lets out a titanic sigh before waving the caretaker away with a look of obvious annoyance. Well, what do you want? I mean, I know you so well that I can't begin to imagine why you're here. Why does a wiki always take forever? Paolo sits up and does his best to look attentive. Why did you give them advice back then? I know you recognize they have talent. I don't know what you're looking for. They're called agents. That's what it is. Not even I know. You know that too, don't you? You ever sink to the bottom of the sea in my homeland? Down to Oceanus? I mean, I was your enemy, so I suppose I was Oceanus. He looks you right in the eyes and speaks like he knows it all. What did she say about you again? How you have the greatest talent in the world for not reaching the top. That is true. Well, she left out a lot. That's not what you're about at all. One. You got enough talent to sink to the very bottom of the world, the bottom of the bottom of the bottom of the sea. Hell, you can go to the inverse pinnacle of the underworld itself. Yes, and she doesn't get that. See, when it comes to absolute stats, you can go toe-to-toe with me in the opposite direction. What does that mean? Paolo makes it sound like a cohesive force with the power to influence those around it, regardless of the positive or negative mass, thermal or otherwise. I'm not talking about personality or effort or anything like that. No, this is probably inborn. Huh? Well, since you're the only one here, I doubt it. I don't have anything better to do. I'll tell you a bit about myself. My treat, our secret. Oh. Why'd you put the asterisk there? Follow backstory time. Paolo explains to you what it meant to be an idol in Olympus. Yeah. You didn't hear anything weird, right? I bumped the mic. Simple popularity does not make an idol. Getting yelled at the most, being the biggest target of ire. Now that's the kind of stuff that makes you an idol, you know? Everyone's pulled in by gravity, see, stuff with huge absolute value. They all come in, all expectant, and if those expectations fall through, disappointment hits like a truck. That didn't change at all when I started my idol career in Tokyo either. That's why I decided to call my fans my polites, just like back home. Salty pretzel, hello. Monster trucks used to be so cool back in the day. I remember seeing them all the time in like the 2000s, but now you like hear nothing about them. Which is bizarre because like I know my hometown, or home state at least, does host like a popular monster truck event. So I went like going through one boring as hell day after another, show after show, and my caretakers came in and brought me this gig. You guys don't get how things are from my point of view one bit. As long as you believe in one important thing, that should be enough. Watching Apollo's expression and mannerisms as he speaks, you begin to see bit by bit the true feelings buried in his immense existence. Calling him fat? Look at him, he's a twink. He's not even an otter. You also detect significant emotional ups and downs in his lazy remarks and attitude. Don't tell me you're scared. You're super fascinated by the trainees. Are the trainees his idol? I've been shifting around like the entirety of stream because like I just can't find a comfy position. You know, it's like I've just been sitting down for too long. My eyes like fucking dude, do something else, bruh. Excuse me, why would I? Yeah, I am pretty fascinated by you all. I know. It's blindingly obvious, right? Like I'm not gonna burst out some lame excuse like I just want to make friends with the trainees or something like that. Whether he's aware of it or not, Apollo is the funnest of the trainees at least. That's what it looks like to you. They're not on equal footing yet, though. You figure he sees them as the lower beings that to be doted on, like pets. No point if you're just disliked. Come on, offer to be friends with them. Apologize to them for starters. No can do. I may be a transient now, but I'm still an idol. Olympus's ideal youth, in fact. Only another idol can tell me I'm wrong. And idols are all about results. Results they don't have. So Apollo cannot follow your suggestion, he says. Is that so? You're just made to go solo, huh? I'm getting tired of talking. Let's wrap it up here. Apollo pops back down the carpet and turns it back to you. After you leave for your room, one of the caretakers approaches Apollo. What do you mean leave for your room? All the way back to the fucking mountains. You're just leaving the area, not leaving for your room. You're just a caretaker, remember? Don't like overstep your bounds like that, seriously. I think we can let this one slide, can't we? Sounds like you got your thoughts through the producer at least. Gotta say, Polly, that's such a different and higher view compared to known people on the ground that you've gone and given up on mutual understanding from the start. Why the fuck does the background in like the what is it called, monitor look like fucking itch.io? At least to me. Me, I think that's a crying shame. That's why I carved out a chance for you two to talk. Apollo jumps to his feet and stares at the caretaker. Staff are all trained to affirm what he says and does. No one knows not to contradict him, much less give him advice. Staring at the caretaker who's broken all the rules, she stumps his feet and shouts, "Shut up! Caretakers aren't allowed to talk back to me! What's with you anyway? Why do you sound like my dad or even one of the other 12? When Apollo says that, it begins to feel uneasy. He comes to mind, but he simply cannot be in Tokyo. That man would speak to him without fear. They even once traded fierce blows, then went on to become closest friends. Finally pieced it together. My usual tricks never used to fool you back home. Hermes! Hello, Choron. Why are you so late? Did your alarm clock go off in reverse? Caretaker removes his disguise, so a friend is obviously surprised to see him here in Tokyo. That reaction brings a grin to his lips. Been biding my time for a chance to see you ever since I learned you were in Tokyo. But you see, I got no business at the top idol Apollo. And I don't want to bother disguising myself as a fan to see you. There's no reason to sneak in among my caretakers. Yeesh, gotta kill you, do something straightforward for once in your life. You wouldn't, but how else am I gonna see you looking like you just saw ghosts? Besides, when you're as fast as me, you can run that fast, feel like shortcuts. That was priceless. As her music falls away, Apollo hangs his head in disgust. Maybe? I don't know much Harmony's lore. Yeah, and he also looks touch relieved following this unexpected reunion. The union with his old friend. Alright, that was a good laugh. I've done what I came here to do, so I'll be heading back to school now. Excuse me, come on, you just showed up, and what is it you came here to do anyway? Wait, don't tell me what's that little meeting. You got it, see, they're the only person in all of Tokyo who can take you on. Since they wanted to see you, I brought you together for a knockdown drag-out fight. Like, the Hermes I know would totally do that. You see, I want a front row seat to watch you two duke it out for real. You just had to go and get acquainted first. Either way, a good fight with them will be well worth your time. No. For a second there, for some reason I read shit as shirt. I was like, why the fuck would he steal his shirt? But no, you said something else. I just can't read. I'm illiterate, chat. I've been making up this entire story as we go. Am I accurate? Who knows? Not me. Because the only thing that's caught my eye here in Tokyo as much as your eyes popping out of your head is them. Boosh. See ya, Hermes before disappearing in a gust of wind. Imagine getting your stuff stolen by a literal baby. Paul understands everything after seeing his friend's face and hardly ever wore a look like that back home. Hermes was the coordinator of the Olympus and a spy for the kin of Kronos, and Apollo knew he hated his role. So it was a lot scarier than I thought. Especially if it and them had enough total value to change his trickster of a friend. There's one thing I've never figured out, and that's how I'll change if I stay at the top. Marinara sauce that goes so hard right now. I have these jalapeno poppers. They're not bad, but they need marinara sauce. Day after you and Apollo speak is the final day of the training camp. Afterward, the trains will head back to Tokyo to a few drum practices in a local studio, move on to the main show. The repetition of daily routines that's polished the trainee skills Fuuri still occupies their faces. After finishing the last meal in camp, at night, they gravitate wordlessly toward the same place. Evening, everyone! I figured it'd all show up here. Yeah, we spent most of our time during training camp here in this lesson studio. Camp's about over, so I want to take a last look here. It's pretty sentimental. Special lessons sure were rough. I think they made us take it more seriously, though. You're right about that, though I can't help but think we have ways to go. That performance Polly put on that day, there's no other way to describe it than perfect. I just can't forget it. Ah. Yeah, that's why we've got to make him realize we actually have what it takes to stand by his side. That's why we have to do whatever it takes to make him realize we can stand by his side. How was that for an Amdusius voice? Took me a second to do a think. The Chinese voices are filled with resolution, their expressions are still plagued with worry. So follow your example. What's your real goal again? Come to think of it, they're building as an idol unit to advertise a chocolate company's new product, right? Yeah. Oh yeah, when you put it like that, it doesn't really matter how much better than us Apollo is. Right about that, Apollo, we're probably focusing too much on Polly. No surprise there, right? He really tore into us, so of course we get all heated. But we still can't take our eyes off the prize. That's what it means to be an idol. That's why we got to keep him in mind as we find our own answer. Wait, you haven't seen Tomte? Oh, Tomte's quite up in the corner of the room. Look to the corner of the room as I go suggest and find Tomte and he's down on the floor. Try encouraging him, but oh no! Fucked him up. Left him in a state. Sorry everyone, there's no time to be depressed. Everything Polly said about my shortcomings was all true. Can't say anything back. The only reason I became an idol was to help out them. During camp, I fell into some serious caretaking because I wanted the rest of you to focus on practice. Not to crawl into a hole in the wall and getting called out like that. If I'm going to be an idol, I should have focused on my training. You do caretake like you breathe. Face is drooping with despair. Man. Yeah, I was kind of given that Tomte took care of us in the second half of the camp. It's our fault for indulging in you too. I've still got time, Tomte. You can catch up. Sorry, I didn't think you to. Still, what should I do? I'm gonna become like an idol. Wait, Adam Fury Sheet said something about his idolish qualities? Oh, so this is the Tomte portion of the event. Say, what do you think? How do you see what he's done as a producer? And the exclamation. He's done that I'm making. Oh. Bullheaded and passionate. He's done that I'm making others happy. I agree, it's not something easy to copy, and that makes it a uniquely important tool in his toolkit. That's what I remember hearing. It was when you were taking care of those slimes, Tomte. That's what I've got in my toolkit. That can work as an idol. I understand it in words, but I can't really feel it. That's something I get. That's something I can get. Sometimes you got quality that others can see, but you just can't. Me, I get really surprised when I talked over theory and found the last answer I expected. Really? Well, can you give me some of that advice too? For the role I've got, I don't want to drag you all down. I'll be credit to the team. You'll see. Unlike Vapla and Echo, who found new paths on their own, Tomte believes that what he wants. Believes that what he wants to become lies beyond the role he stands on now. Once he finds out how he can put his talents to use as an idol, he knows he can crack out of his shell. He realizes it's important. Blah, 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 blah. No, I'm not saying the second one, chat. I'm not doing the middle one. Just so you know, pick one of the two. Third. One. What? Anyone else? Any other options? Anyone else? No, meeny, miny, This one. Treat it like Christmas Day. You mean my actions as a Santa Claus hold the key to the idol I'm supposed to be? Maybe? Who knows? Yeah, I don't just hand out presents. I make kids' wishes and dreams come true. While Tomte is pondering your words and muttering to himself, you gradually begin to see his energy returning. So now I thought that the Santa Claus and an idol were completely different, but they might be surprisingly similar. Oh, let's go! Yeah, idols don't just deliver dreams and blessings to kids, but to adults too. Why, that's brilliant! Thanks, producer. Use all my experience and accomplishments so far to be the idol you want me to be. The moment Tomte sees the light at the end of the tunnel, he goes back to being his usual energetic self, spouting words filled with resolution. Yeah! Thank goodness, seeing you so down had me really worried, Tomte. Well, I'm glad Tomte's found his flame, but are we really going to be able to pull off this idol unit thing? Sure, we don't actually need to beat Apollo, so there's no need to compete, but... Yeah, since our debut is a joint concert with him, we can't totally ignore the guy. Which means we need some way to close the distance between our talents. I have an idea! Oh, that was quick! Yay! Tomte's teammates look to him as he shouts, and he eagerly explains his plan. Night falls, you find yourself visiting Apollo again. Where's that pink, red motherfucker? Knock, knock, knock. Enough already! Why are you always so familiar with me? Jesus. Opening the door in annoyance, Apollo notices he has more than one guest. Lucius is here. Whoa. The big boy. And mind telling me why you brought this guy along? Does he want to see how much over him I am again, or what? The moment he sets his eyes on Lucius, he seems that much more annoyed. His visitors remain undaunted, however, broaching the topic at hand without letting his emotions intrude. Apollo, I'm telling you this now, since I want us to have a fair fight. Sorry, I heard a lot from Vapula and Fuuri. Something stood out to me when I told you how much I looked up to you. You aggressively didn't understand me. Not understanding why and getting mad at how little mind you paid me made me all confused, and I said some horrible things to you. Sorry about that. Oof. But even knowing your emotional baggage, I believe that as long as someone looks up to you, you can become an idol. I don't want to push that on you no more. No, I'm heading up the path myself. I'm going to become a star to my producer here. Ooh. He speaks of himself to Apollo as well as less than idol's appearance. Even if my devilish nature makes me less of a fit for an idol than you. Fuuri scouted me, so I'm going to believe that I can be our number one. Yeah! Paul just listens quietly, wearing a knowing look. You don't even speak... You don't even believe in yourself. At least you get on stage. At least get on stage and speak to me on my level. The trainee who bears his fangs at the pro, the fainer lashes out, believing himself betrayed. Tower musicians and Hughes seem to shine in Apollo's solar radiance. This is actually a really, really good song. You know, I can't even think of a single other place I've heard it. Apollo has always known that he can't stand beside one who does not shine on their own. Yet he knows that Medusa's tightly balled fists are trembling. Fear and anxiety lingering under his strong will and negative emotions holds back as he looks to the future. More love, does he? What does the fuck does thumbnail look like? I don't remember honestly. Blah blah. Who says you can pull it off? Which one of these three? Thumbnail with Vapi and I'm Deucey. Okay. Oh, Xenophallus. I've not been saying hello much this stream. Miedo. Anyone else? Ooh. Jeez. Also hello, purple flax. You believed in me from the start, huh? Thanks. And despite that, there was someone who still chose me instead, looking up to both sides. That's a question of my talent. That's what you want to tell me, isn't it, Apollo? What you want to get through to me? It's all about how much I can draw in those around me with my own charm and gravity, right? To me now, becoming an idol isn't a dream anymore. I'm already one to them. Smile accompanies Medusa's words. The fan in awe of his favorite idol's presence is nowhere to be found. Alright, I get what you're trying to say, but what do you want from me? Because I'm guessing you didn't accompany him here as producer just to babysit him. Stand next to Medusa and boldly speak to the idol before you. Bet you want to see an unknown world. You're on arrival, don't you? Let me show you what to shoot for. Paul's eyes widen at your challenging tone, yet what bubbles up in his chest is not rage. Before I thought... I'm dying. Before I thought a joint live with the top idol was this incredible prize that I was hardly worthy for. Now, it's totally different. The stages I've always dreamed of is about to be reality and is waiting for me at the end of this path I've chosen. Then I want to become an idol unit worthy of the spotlight. Our team's gonna be as one, and we're gonna earn our place next to you. Paul smiles. He knows what Odysseus no longer sees him as just an idol, but as something beyond that. Oh yeah? Hey, Odysseus, he's starting to figure it out. Ooh. Paul said with a familiar feeling, like trading blows with his best friend back home, like playing music together right after. Whether he knew Apollo's aggressive nature or not, Odysseus approached him in a manner that piqued his interest. Be quiet. And that's not all, the producer really knows what's up too. Alright, you're talking a big game. Well, you can make it real though, that's a whole other story. I just say it, but you're right. Can't be messing around and being proud anymore, so... Odysseus steps forward, placing himself between you and Apollo. With his eyes squarely on his idol, he straightens his posture and bends over with 49 degrees at the waist in a deep bow. I beg of you, train us! Wow, he's pulling off the fucking Zorro. It's like with Mihawk. Excuse me? That's actually where we'll end it for today, because I do not have enough time to do another thing. Where's all this? So chat, what'd you think of stream? Well, actually, how far did we get? Excellent. Show 5, part 1. Went all the way to like 5. Honestly, I feel like we could have... I probably could have made better time, but it is what it is. Good water. What do you mean good water? So, Beast Saga? No? Yeah, this is the first I'm hearing of Beast Saga, honestly. It was like fucking what? It ran from 2012 to 2013? That's way more recent. What the fuck? 52 episodes! Way too more episodes than I thought for some Jesus. So, Chad, anything I want to say? Any last words? Final thoughts? No final thoughts? Okay then. Thank you for being here, Percy Jackson, Untran, Carlos Montillo, Purple Fox, Cephalus? I don't know how to say that. Anyways, thank you for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. Tune in on Monday for whatever I stream then, and tune in on Sunday for the new video. It will be responding to your comments in Housamo. Actually, yeah. I'll be making a new post soon, so keep doing that. I need comments to respond to. Honestly, big issue is how similar they end up being. Like I already had to ban Michael and Miniaki. They're just gonna ban out Shota's entirely on the next one because my God, fucking. I only hear so many complaints about show to this, show to that before, like, there's no point in covering, like, 7 different entries that are all, like, the same thing, you know? But anyway, I'm rambling. I'm saying bullshit, so it doesn't matter. Thanks for watching. Do be sure to like and subscribe. As always, this is your host Fuuri, signing out. Bye!